I want to speak about the myth of economic and political African progress of Africans on the continent and the diaspora. No, I get it.
No, it's true. It's a myth.
People really get angry with me when I try to explain to them that. But tell me about all this progress, and I'm asking.
There's no progress. It's a myth. Even European progress is a myth because it's not defined. They want you to see yourself as like, okay, progressing towards what? Progress for who? Define where we are going. Is there a definition of where we are going? But the African one is even more blatantly false. The richest African man in the world is Nigerian. Richest black man, I say black, but I say the richest African man in the world is a Nigerian man. His name is Aliko Dangote. What is his worth? About $20 billion, $25 billion. Microsoft is a $1 trillion company. The whole Nigerian economy is $500 and something billion. So when people are talking about this progress, wealth, and this is why they talk about it. Because they don't have it. Those that have it don't have to talk about it. And it's also the powerless that wants to always show his power. And that's why, the people are so loud talking about this great African power they are using these days that does nothing for African people. Maybe people are mixing up negotiations with corporations for power.
I think it's a thing where they're mixing up tolerance for acceptance.
Yeah, exactly. Because the world now is stuck on tolerance. Everybody is advocating for tolerance. Like tolerance is a good thing. And this is one of the things I call manufactured facts. Like, why are we fighting for tolerance when we should be fighting for acceptance? Because tolerance is very dangerous. It can be removed at any time. And it is also always to an extent. And tolerance also reinforces a minority. Because for tolerance to be accepted in society, for tolerance to be a justifiable attitude towards the other, there must be an other. We cannot be one and you tolerate me. No, you accept me. If I'm one with you, you accept me. If I'm your brother, your sister, your cousin, if you see me that way, you accept me. But when you tolerate me, it's because you see me as different. So this reinforces this different, and it's also a religious thing, because religion is also dogmatic, right? We don't expect those that are religious to accept the humanity of others that do not fall within the dogma of their religion, So I think that was a very good question you asked, because we as African people, we are truly, that's why I really dislike the African global elites, because they play a big role in pushing these toxic philosophies and ideas and narratives among the black masses, the African masses, poisoning our minds, also our natural way, is being where is the word I'm going to use here? Corrupted, is being infected, is being eroded by this new way, that we are also being sold by our elites. Yeah, you're very right. You're very right in that aspect, because it's truly a myth. It's truly a myth. In my country, for example, I got into trouble when I said Lagos doesn't belong to Yoruba people. Yoruba people lost their minds. They were angry because we don't own so much. Why are you not taking away our Lagos? First of all, it's called Lagos. This place one time might have been African. See, this is why they distract us. So Africa, for example, is 70% foreign owned. Still.
To this day.
Till this day. Exactly. In my country, for example, 70% of the arable land is used to grow cash crops. So now, this is how you understand the powerlessness of Africans. That even our land we are not allowed to eat from our land.
And these products are being exported.
They have cash crops. You can't eat it. But Africans are hungry. It's not as if Africans are fed well. And now we are using the extra excess to do some trade. No, we are hungry. We need food. But still, European needs of their industry surpasses the need of Africans to eat. So Lagos, for example, 70% of the businesses in Lagos is foreign-owned businesses. Why are we laying claim to something that has been taken from us when we have to take it back? So when you think you own something that you don't own, you don't think you have to take it back. So Lagosians are being told by the elite in Lagos, who are giving crumbs also by the international, but the crumbs make them look rich to those that have nothing. So you see all these few African millionaires out there, but they're all employees. You understand? So the fact that they're employees acting like they're the boss. You understand? Just like the music industry, full of employees that call themselves boss. You know. These African people remove from the consciousness of young Africans the need to take back the economy of Africa. The biggest oil companies in Africa, are they African? The biggest telecommunication companies in Africa, are they African? The biggest manufacturing company, we don't manufacture, but the little we have, are they African? No. Everything that is anything, even the biggest TV companies in my country is not Nigerian. It's South African. But even in the South Africa, it's white South African. So that means it's European. Even though they call it South African, it's owned by the Europeans in South Africa. So what are we saying here? You know, even though we don't have a settler economy like South Africans do, where you have whites, they're actually running their business themselves, we have a situation in the whole sub-Saharan Africa where blacks are employed to run the business for them just like they were there themselves.
Neo-colonialism.
Exactly. So many people don't know that.